scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another Tombow National Scrapbook Day layout. So for this layout I am going to be using the Atwell collection, and this collection is amazing. I absolutely love it and I'm so excited that this is one of the collections that Fancy Pants sent for us to work with for this little National Scrapbook Day celebration. So here I am just using the 6x6 pad. They didn't send us any full-size sheets, 12x12 sheets. So what I am going to do is just use the 6x6 pad with a white 12x12 piece of paper. And this layout kind of goes in a completely different direction than I was originally thinking. So here I have this picture of my middle son Brennan and his papa. That's my husband's dad, and Brennan has always been very close with his papa. So we were walking out of the zoo. We went to go visit them, and they were just holding hands and crossing the street, and it was just it's one of my all-time favorite shots of them together, just them holding hands, and it's just a special, innocent little moment. So here I just backed the photo with a red cardstock, and then there was a yellow chevron as well. And now I'm going to ink the papers with this sapphire close to my heart ink. I got a little bit on the photo, so I grabbed my undo cleaner and a baby wipe and I just wiped it off and it came right off. So that's, if you don't have undo, you need to get it because it's seriously one of the best things ever. It doesn't ruin photos at all, which is really nice. So here I cut off that black diagonal paper and I am just going to glue it there in the middle. And at this point I'm thinking that I really want to use that floral piece, but it's just not going to work out. I decide, no, I don't want that. So I set it aside. And now here I have a few scraps of this chevron paper. So I'm going to use that, and then also this black diagonal. And I'm just going to create a little cluster area at the top and the bottom. And I'm going to ink the edges. I forgot to ink the edges of the other two, so I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm going to glue them down. And this actually creates the rest, like the inspiration for the rest of the layout, which I kind of mess up on this background. And so I'm going to have to completely redo the background. So this layout was an adventure, an hour-long adventure. It really shouldn't have taken that long, but we all have, days where we have adventures with our layouts. Okay, so now here I'm just inking up that yellow chevron paper up there, and then I'm going to place them down. And let's see. Then I'm thinking it needs some more embellishing and probably something going on behind the photo. So I pull out this stamp that's from Stampendous, and I'm thinking, oh, I could do this. I wanted it to be red though because there was already enough or there wasn't really any other blue, and I didn't really want to do yellow. So I pull out my, let's see, this is Stampin' Up, and I think it's just real red. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to do it as kind of like a tire track going down the side of it. And then I'm like, oh, well then I could just add that to these top and bottom clusters. So I'm going to do that. And I like the way that looks. I didn't really like how it looked with it next to the photo, so I'm going to cover it up. But then I did kind of want it to be a part of the photo area, so I stamped it a little bit on the photo and kind of on the background. The thing that I forgot was that I hadn't already glued down my photo, so oh goodness, it was one of those days. Yesterday, I made this layout yesterday, and yeah, it was a day filled with a lot of layout making, and I could tell because by the end I was kind of like blah. Okay, so here is where I'm going to kind of screw up the background. I was thinking it would be kind of fun to have some mixed media behind the photo. And while I was at the retreat in April, there was a lady there that kind of showed us how to do this marbling technique with watercolors. And I was like, I should totally try that. And it turns out terrible. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did it wrong. I didn't do it the same way, and I have a video of it, so I can go back and see what I did wrong, but oh, it was horrible. Okay, so this is where I decide the photo needs a little like another layer behind it. So I'm going to use this kind of medium blue cardstock paper from the 6x6 pad, and I'm just going to place it there just straight behind the photo and then ink it up. And then I think this is where I pull out the water. Oh, maybe not. So I'm thinking my title is going to be Happy Love, and it worked out perfect because I had the stickers from the little puffy sticker pack from the collection. Then here is where I pull out my water, and I'm just putting the water down first. And then I'm going to pick the colors, and I want it to be a little bit of red, but the red on there was kind of like this, like very muddy red. So I kind of added a little bit of purplish pink, and I just did it wrong. Like I was supposed to like just put it in a puddle and then just kind of move it around. And I wasn't doing that. I was just kind of like, I don't know what I was doing. So I decided to kind of just go with it, and I'm gonna hate it. Like I keep trying to make it look okay, and it just looks horrible. So Jennifer, don't make fun of me, because Jennifer did it and her layout was amazing. I should link to her layout. I don't know if she's posted it anywhere yet, but oh, the Jennifer Cambridge, she did it at the retreat, and her layout, yeah, it was just gorgeous. So I don't know if you have any tips, Jen, but like I did not do well. So I grabbed another piece of paper, just a white piece of paper, and here I'm just going to, let's see, I'm thinking, oh, maybe I could do some stars and some mixed media, but I just don't really feel the mixed media on this layout. Like as I keep going on and on, I'm just, no, I don't like that. So then I was thinking I could just cut up a bunch of strips and put them behind the layout. So here I'm going to cut up a bunch of these the chevron yellow paper, and then I'm going to cut up these black diagonal stripes. So this layout is pretty much going to be just these two 6x6 paper pads or pieces from the paper pad. And at first I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do the yellow on this side and the black on this side. But then as I keep going, I don't really like that. And so I'm going to end up cutting them in half and having half of the black on, you know, the right side and then the other half on the left side. So it turns out a lot better than it looks right now. Let me tell you that. So here I'm just trying to find another black and white diagonal stripe piece because I ran out, because I was just using up scraps by that point. And so now here I am going to start just gluing everything down because I was trying to make it perfect, and I just needed to start gluing stuff down. So here I'm going to ink all of the edges with this Sapphire Close to My Heart ink. And then once I'm done with that, then I'm going to start gluing it all together. I think I'm just going to cut this out because it does take kind of a while. Okay, so I finished inking all of the edges, and now I'm just going to start placing everything down. So the first two I didn't have to cut in half, but then I think with this one I'm going to, yeah, see, I start cutting them in half because I want to be able to see both sides. And that works out a lot better, and I really like how that looks. So this is going to take quite a while. For some of them, I put them underneath, and then the others I put on top. So it's just kind of a little guessing game, playing along with the paper and everything. And I was trying to make them not each layer. I didn't want them to be the same width. I wanted them to be kind of staggered. And so just kind of a lot of playing around and fixing it to look to look good. And this layout totally turned out a lot different than I had envisioned. I don't know if you do that sometimes. A lot of times I start out with a layout and I have an idea in mind, and usually I can stick pretty close to that idea. But this layout, oh, was all over the board, as you can tell because of all the mixed media stuff. So that was a little adventure. So yeah, if you haven't seen my other videos for the Tombow NSD celebration this week, make sure that you go to my channel, just my main channel, and I have, let's see, this is the second layout that I am posting. So I have one layout that I posted earlier this week. I believe it was Wednesday that I posted that, so yesterday. I get confused because I'm doing the voiceover earlier than this is being posted, so it's kind of confusing. But so I have that layout, and then I'm going to post probably a few more. I think Friday I'm doing something different. I'm not going to do a Tombow post, but Saturday I'll do a Tombow post, and maybe on Sunday and possibly into next week, because I still have a lot of these products that they sent me. I still have a lot of them left. So I'm going to just have a lot of fun playing around and enjoying these collections. Okay, so now here we are almost at the end. I actually decided not to make the mat as big as I had originally planned. I was going to have it sit on the black paper, but then I didn't really like the way that looked. I wanted it to end up on the yellow strip of paper. So this is where I'm going to decide, okay, yeah, I'll just do just that yellow piece and we will call it good. So there, I'm just gluing it down. And then this is also where I'm thinking I need to fluff up all of the papers, so I'm just doing that. Then I have to glue down this word happy because the sticker, the piece that was sticky came off of the back. That's one of the things that I don't really like about these puffy stickers is the sticky backing comes off very, very easily. So you need to be careful when you're peeling that off, because I have had a hard time with it. Okay, so now this is where I'm going to start embellishing the layout a little bit more. And also I'm thinking, okay, I want to pop this photo up, but I was afraid that it would pop it up too much and you would be able to tell that if you're looking at it from the side that the papers didn't go all the way through the back. And so I decided just to glue it down, and I really like the way that looks better. I'm going to use this puffy sticker that's a flower in the right hand corner, and then also I'm going to use a bunch of these triangles, and let's see, what else am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to put that heart up there, and I'm just going to use pretty much a lot of the puffy stickers just to embellish a little bit. And I'm going to use that camera that is a flare, and then also this flare that says time to shine. And I really like both of those in the little cluster areas. They just felt kind of empty until I added those to me. And then there was this hello star puffy sticker that I really wanted to include, but I couldn't find a place for it. So I decided not to. Here I'm just fluffing up the papers. And then I think this is where I decide, yes, I'm going to put down a couple more of these puffy stickers. So I'm just kind of placing them around. And that is where I end up putting that hello sticker, the hello star. And then this is where I decide, you know, I don't like the way it looks with the two different types of triangles up at the top and then at the bottom. So I'm going to kind of mix and match them. And that looks a lot better to me. So I am happy with this layout now. I do feel like it's still missing something. So I'm going to go and grab my Heidi Shine in, let's see, I believe it's called Tinsel. It's a gray color. And I'm just going to spritz it, or not spritz it, but tap it so that it gets the little ink blots. And then I thought it would be kind of cool to do this paint effect on the edges of the layout. And I really like how that kind of closes the layout in and brings your eye to the middle of the layout, and it just makes it stay there. You don't kind of wander everywhere. So that is it. Here are some close-up photos. I hope you will check out my other videos and stay tuned to see what else I have in store for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye.